Hello there and welcome to this video. I am happy to see you here, and from this video I'll be talking to you or explaining to you why you don't want to keep submitting proposals, because it's no longer working. That's just the point. But I will not want to come to a conclusion myself. I want the two of us to come to a conclusion about this, and I want you to look at it at the end of, because I don't want to force a kind of information down your neck. What you're watching now is a sales training. My name is Joy Akinlulu. You may be wondering, why do you need to stop submitting proposals? I want us to look at so many things together and come to a conclusion. Now, we've been taught different things, we've been told different things without asking questions about them. We've had different gurus tell different things about sales and marketing, but I want us to take it a step further and be innovative about it so that we'll cut short the sales process and make more money along the line. For now, I just want you to zero your mind on the fact that I don't want you to send proposals for now. I'm making that suggestion to you is a thesis, and I want you to prove it as a theory at the end of this training. Now, there's an exemption to this. There's an exemption to all this information I'm giving you, and the exemption is if you are sending a proposal for government contract. You can go ahead with it. I have not tried it with government contract, but the point is, I've tried it with individuals, with private organization. No matter the size, it works. Even if it's a mega size, big business, still you can still do it without first sending proposals to them. Now, let us see some certain things that or reasons why I am suggesting that you don't want to send proposals. One, it will reduce you to just price, and we're going to explain more about how this takes place, and it will reduce your negotiating power for sure, because at that point you are transferring your power in this field as the seller to the buyer. You can control the result. Definitely you will not be able to control the result because you don't know what is happening at the other end, because it is the customer who is deciding here, and it also reduces your chance to make a sale or to sell. And you remember that your reason why you went into this in the first place is for you to make sales, so it really reduces it, and you don't want this to happen to you. Now, at this point, I would like us to look at your experience, my experience, because nothing teaches us better than our own personal experiences. I'm not trying to force this down your throat. You will decide by yourself whether this is something you want to go by at the end of this video, this short video that you are looking at, or this discussion that we are having. Now, if you flash your mind back to proposals you've submitted, there are so many frustrations that comes with it. If you're somebody that submits proposals a lot, you submit the proposals, you never heard back from them. You submitted a proposal, you heard back from them, you went for presentation, your hope was high, and at the end of the day, nothing good actually came out of it. So you're wondering, what is wrong? Why is it so? Sorry, you'll be hearing my son's voice in the background. We're doing this together. Don't mind. So now back to what I am discussing with you. You'll be wondering, why is it so? What happened? What did you do wrong? Why? So don't just worry about it. I'll explain what happened to you as my personal experience when it comes to either collecting proposals or actually submitting one. Now, but before I explain this to you, let us ask ourselves this question. Why do clients ask you to submit proposals? Why is it that the first thing they ask you to do is, okay, give us a proposal? Now, I'll give you two reasons. One of it is they just want to push you off. That's one basic reason. They just want to push you off. They don't want you to pester them. They don't want you to be a stalker to them. So they just want to push you off. That's okay. Send me a proposal. I'll get back to you. So they know that once they do that, you stop bothering them. Another reason is because they don't know how to decide. They don't know what to decide and how to decide. So They look at all the informations that all of you have submitted, you and others who have given to them, and use that to help them with their own decision making process. And this is the truth. This is the truth. So how do they make that decision? Now let's look at a scenario about this, a visible scenario. One, once they get your proposals and that of others coming in, they first look inward for solutions. They look at their staff, they look at their friend, their family, to try to find out, is there somebody who can give them that solution? Now, if they can't find anyone to do that, they look to their present supplier or vendor. And by doing this, they are looking for somebody who have been doing business with them and asking, okay, these are the proposals that people have submitted. Can you do this for us? Now, once that happens, between you and I want to tell you that no supplier will say he or she can't do it. Most suppliers will take the job. Now, if the supplier fails or they can't get their present supplier to do exactly what all the proposals I've talked about, the next thing is for them to ask all of you to come for presentation. They ask you to come for presentation, and after the whole presentation, they judge based on price. And that gives you a kind of like, okay, fine, if A has given them X, I think I should give them Y. If he's giving them Y, let me give them X, Y. So you lose your power to pricing, and they themselves can now say, okay, fine, we had A who said it's X. Can you do it for X or less than X? So at that point, you lose your power in that presentation. And at the end of the day, you just wonder somehow that they just end up choosing a different vendor, even with all the presentation, with proper preparation that you've done. So you just keep wondering, why? Why? You don't know why. You don't know why they did it. So it is always like that. Now, I would like to ask you this question. Do you think such process is helping you with your sales, or is it contributing to why sales takes a much longer process for you? It's very important that you ask yourself these very good questions. Now, so far I've explained to you why proposals don't work, and you would have seen it by yourself that it actually doesn't work. So if it is the decision that they are trying to make and they don't want to make, how can you help them? So you have to think about a different way of coming in that will not be the first thing you do is to submit proposals. I can give you different examples. Now, let me quickly give you an example of the media industry, where people send introductory letter with rate, or they send proposals with rate and ask the business person to come and advertise. Now, what happens is they don't know that the same business person has gotten 1001 radio presentation, radio offers like that, and at the end of the day it reduces them up to nothing. So, and I don't want this to happen to you. So that's why I'm asking you this very question. Do you think such a process like submitting your proposal is helping you with your sales? If it is helping you with your sales, good for you, continue. But if it is contributing to why sales takes much longer process and you're frustrated about it, you needed a solution to it, kindly put your comment down below. I want to hear from you whether it's actually affecting you or not, and if you are in need of a solution. And if you're in need of a solution, what kind of solution are you looking at? How will you want the process that will get you across to people and not give you the stress proposal is giving you? How would you like it to be? What would you like it to solve for you? I want to hear from you by commenting down below this video, where you have area for you to comment. My name is Joy Akinlolu. Very soon I'll be shooting you another video that goes into detail about explaining about what you can do to get the sales on board, or why is it that people don't buy from you even despite the fact that you've done everything you've done. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. My name is Joy Akinlolu.